In the small, quiet town of Lodi, New Jersey, lives Mary Stromboli, an investment banker. Being a single working mom is hard work, as it is, but falling ill while having to take care of two children and holding down a full-time job is unimaginable.
The symptoms came on so quickly. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I woke up with severe stomach cramps. I had never felt something like this before. Felt like a stabbing type of thing going on in my abdomen.
Mary went on for almost 2 weeks with stomach pains before the nausea and fatigue began to take over.
To the point where I couldn't get up and do anything. Couldn't even take care of my kids.
Finally, Mary decided to visit her doctor.
I went and I saw my physician. I went and saw my physician, and he said it sounds something like the flu. But the only thing was I had no fever.
The doctor told Mary to take it easy for the next few days and stay in bed and drink plenty of fluids. After a week of following the doctor's orders, though, Mary's condition did not improve.
That's when I started losing my appetite. I mean, I cook for my kids, but the smell would make me gag. I couldn't keep anything down anymore.
I went to visit Mary to bring her some work to do, because I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. I noticed that she has some dark circles under her eyes, and she probably wasn't getting much sleep. She also lost a significant amount of weight, so I suggested she should go see her doctor and get some tests done.
Mary took Jennifer's advice and made another appointment with her doctor. Her doctor ran a blood analysis and a few other routine tests. The routine tests showed up normal, but the blood analysis results would not be in for at least 1 week. All Mary could do was sit at home and wait. Waiting, though, proved to be a challenge for Mary.
I couldn't get out of my bed anymore, so my kids had to stay with my sister, Cecilia, until I got my strength back.
Finally, the long-awaited call from Mary's doctor came.
When I got the call, the doctor told me that he found some irregular antibodies in my blood sample. The antibodies that they found were supposedly ones that fight off tapeworm infection.
Mary's doctor prescribed an albendazole medication for her to take twice daily by mouth. With the medication, Mary's symptoms should have begun to lessen after 3 to 5 days. That wasn't the case, though.
After I prescribed Mary her medication, she should have been getting better within the week. The albendazole I prescribed is a very good medicine and very well known. It wasn't good news, though, when I got a call from Mary telling me her symptoms had worsened and she began to form lumps on her stomach.
I was starting to get really nervous when my doctor was starting to sound nervous. I was like, hey, you're a doctor. You're not supposed to sound nervous. And I'm just like, are you stupid idiots? Do not.
I brought Mary in about a week later. I re-examined her and I looked at the bumps that formed on her stomach. They didn't look good. They looked like cystic masses. I told Mary there was nothing I could do for her and I sent her off to the local hospital to see a specialist.
I get to the hospital and I'm immediately ushered into an exam room. I felt like I was being abducted by aliens with all the poking and prodding going on. I was so exhausted from the past weeks, I just wanted it to be over. I kept yelling at the doctors to get off of me. Then all of a sudden, I'm just laying there, and a few minutes later, I feel a prick in my arm. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Mary had to be sedated once she got into the examination room. I mean, it's understandable with all the stress she's been under. We thoroughly examined the lumps in her abdomen and took another blood sample. The conclusion? She had a severe tapeworm infection. Was most likely going to die in a few days. There was no cure for it, and she was very dehydrated and lacked a lot of her bodily nutrients that she needed. The tapeworm had grown to over a meter. The only option? Surgery.
A drainage tube was placed inside of Mary to enable the irrigation of the septic fluids in her. Since the tapeworm itself could not be removed, Cleaning around the tapeworm would be the easiest way to begin killing the creature. After the tube was removed, Mary was to stay in the hospital for the next week for observation, and so that she could stay on an IV drip of vitamins and antibiotics.
After 3 days of being in the hospital, Mary began to improve. Her liveliness and glow were back. Her children were thrilled to see her in a happy and stable, healthy condition again.
I was so happy to get out of that hospital. I'm so happy to be back with my kids again and feeling all better and well.
It was a pleasure being able to save Mary when other doctors couldn't. It's a real gratification just saving someone's life, especially a whore like Mary's.
Today, Mary is fully recovered and living happily and healthily in Lodi, New Jersey with her 2 children. Now aware of dangers of uncooked meat and bacteria that causes tapeworms, she uses this knowledge to speak to her friends and family on preventing the disease.
I now know to always fully cook my meat or poultry, and I now know to wash my hands before and after the bathroom.